You know that feeling when the final hours of the year start taking away? There's this unique energy that just connects the entire planet. It's New Year's Eve, right? But it's so much more than just a party. It's this massive global thing, and we're going to dive into exactly why it's so special.
And really, this quote just nails it. This is the heart of the whole thing. New Year's Eve taps into something so deeply human, doesn't it? It's this collective moment where we all get to just pause, look back, and then look forward with, hope. It's like a clean slate, handed to everyone, everywhere, all at the same time. All right, so here's what we've got lined up. We'll start with why it's such a universal symbol. Then we'll take a trip around the world to see some amazing countdown traditions. We'll check out the big party trends for 2026 and, of course, some fascinating customs for good luck. We'll also cover how to celebrate safely and finish up with how resolutions are getting a total makeover. Let's get into it. Okay, first up, a universal symbol. So let's look past the fireworks and the champagne for a second. What's really going on here? What does this countdown actually mean? Well, it's the shared global experience, like a collective deep breath before we all turn the page to a brand new chapter. I absolutely love this idea of a rolling wave of celebration. Just think about it. It's not one single event that happens at once. It's this continuous party that literally follows the sunset around the planet. It all kicks off way out in the Pacific, in a place called Kirtimati, and then just rolls across the globe, time zone by time zone. Pretty cool, right? So let's jump on that wave. We're going to take a quick trip around the world to see how different cultures ring in the new year. And believe me, the variety is just fantastic. Our first stop has to be Sydney, Australia. I mean, it's pretty much known as the New Year's capital of the world, right? As one of the very first major cities to celebrate, it really sets the tone with an absolutely spectacular fireworks show over the harbor. And for this year, the theme is peace and unity, which I think really shows how this holiday can be such a powerful symbol for bringing people together.
Okay, now for a complete 180. Let's head over to Tokyo. Here, instead of all the loud explosions, a lot of people in Japan take part in a tradition called Joya no Kane. A temple bell is rung 108 times. And why 108? Well, it's to cleanse the 108 worldly desires in Buddhist belief. It's just this beautiful, reflective, and really spiritual way to start the year fresh. And for our last stop on this mini tour, we land on the incredible shores of Copacabana Beach in Rio. We're talking millions of people, all dressed in white to symbolize peace. Then, at the stroke of midnight, they run into the ocean and jump over 7 waves, making wishes and asking for blessings from the sea goddess Yamaja. Can you just picture that? What an amazing scene. All right, so from these amazing, timeless traditions, let's switch gears and talk about what's new and what's next. If you're planning a party to ring in 2026, it looks like it's all about making it a super personal and unique experience. So, what's trending? Well, we're seeing this huge retro disco revival. Think sequins, glitter, the whole 9 yards. Perfect for Instagram, right? Then you've got these immersive masquerade 2.0 parties using things like augmented reality filters. But honestly, the one I find most interesting is this huge rise of sustainable celebrations. Yeah, this is where being creative really meets being eco-conscious. So instead of all that plastic confetti that just makes a mess, people are using seed paper confetti. After the party, it literally grows into wildflowers. And get this, a lot of cities are swapping out the traditional, loud, polluting fireworks for these incredible, choreographed LED drone shows. It's a really brilliant shift toward having fun more responsibly. Okay, so we've got the party trends down. Now let's talk about another classic part of New Year's, trying to stack the deck for a lucky year ahead. I mean, come on, who doesn't want a little extra good fortune for 2026? This stuff is so cool. Okay, so in Spain, you have to eat 12 grapes, one for each chime of the clock at midnight. Over in Italy, they eat lentils because they look like tiny coins, symbolizing wealth. People in the Philippines wear polka dots for the same reason. The round shapes look like money. And then in Denmark, and you gotta love this, smashing old plates on your friend's front door is actually a good thing. It's a sign of friendship and letting go of the old. Now, with all this fun and excitement, it can be really easy to forget some of the small but important details. But look, a great start to the year is a safe one. So let's quickly cover a few practical tips to make sure all the memories you make are good ones. So here's a really crucial tip. It's called the 45 rule. You want to chill your champagne or sparkling wine down to at least 7 degrees Celsius, which is 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Why? Because it makes the bottle way less likely to erupt and send that cork flying like a missile. Seriously, colder is safer.
And please, let's not forget our furry friends. Those fireworks can be absolutely terrifying for them, so keeping them safe and secure indoors is so important. Also, this idea of a buddy system for your friends is just brilliant. It's not just about having a designated driver, it's about making sure your whole crew is accounted for and that everyone gets home safely at the end of the night. All right, for our final section, let's talk about that classic New Year's tradition, the resolution. But the whole concept is really evolving as we head into 2026. We're seeing this massive shift away from what we'd call restrictive resolutions. The ones like, I'll stop eating sugar or I'll give up carbs. Instead, people are embracing expansive goals. These are all about adding positive things to their lives, like, I'm going to learn to cook one new healthy meal a week. It's a huge move from self-denial to self-growth. It just makes sense, right? Positive reinforcement is way more effective than punishing yourself when you're trying to build habits that actually stick. So here's what that actually looks like. The most popular resolutions now include things like micro habits. These are small, super achievable actions that just add up over time, like a 10-minute walk every day. People are also focusing on doing a digital declutter for better mental health, organizing your files or setting up no phone zones. And building financial resilience with small practical steps is another big one. The new motto is really consistency over intensity. And this quote, this really just brings it all home. New Year's Eve is this powerful collective reminder that no matter what happened last year, good or bad, the future is a blank page. It's a moment of empowerment, a chance for every single one of us to decide what comes next. The pen is in your hand. So, as we all look ahead to 2026, that's the real question, isn't it? It's not just about what you'll do on one single night. It's about the story you want to tell over the next 365 days. A new chapter is starting, so what will you write?